Welcome to another review here at Noxtrom Digital Media, and today I have a review. I'm going to review the Lexar Professional, the 1667 model, and the reason I want to review this one is because right now I'm shooting with a Pro grade SDXC card. The V90 is rated as 300 megabytes per second, and usually I need these two cards to shoot All-Intra, but All-Intra is 400 megabits per second. I want to test this card, the Lexar Professional, these cards here. I want to test this one because these ones are, I want to test these cards because I want to find out if this V60 is going to be able to record 400 megabits per second. So to do the math, what's going to happen is these ones, the Lexar Pro Grade 667 is rated at V60, which means V60 means that the minimum writing speed is 60 megabytes per second. And 60 megabytes per second is around 480 megabits per second, which still is bigger than the 400 megabits per second that is required for the Fuji XT-3 to record All-Intra. So I'm probably not going to use these cards to record All-Intra because most of the times, actually all the time, I'm recording in the Ninja Flame. So usually I record only long GOP as a backup in camera, and I use the footage from Ninja Flame as my main source because it has a 422, while internal the Fuji Film X-T3 it has a 420. So the sample, the chroma sample on the Ninja Flame is bigger, so I have more information than in the XT3. However, when I am a gimbal, I cannot, unless I have attached the Ninja Flame to the gimbal, I shot with an external recorder. So to use the XT3 in a gimbal, I will rather record that inside, but not a long up. I rather shoot in All-Intra to have all the information because the quality might be the same, but when you are talking about a long up, it's a long group of pixels. So what happens? Takes one frame, all the information. This calculate all the changes to the group of pixels until the next frame. So if there is something happening in the first frame, all those frames are lost or are damaged. So I don't know, maybe some if I'm shooting, for example, a music video where there are a lot of flashes and lights coming up everywhere, then the information is going to be all creep out. If you're shooting something really stable or moving slowly, maybe okay, you shoot the long up. But when you have shooting a music video in a gimbal, and you have strobes, and you have lights, and you have a lot of variations, then I probably wouldn't use long up. I'd rather use All-Intra. So I have every frame, one by one there. So I'm going to test this. So this is the moment of truth. After all is done and done, so you're ready for the reveal? Yeah, they are the original ones. See, you can see they have the double pin, which means they are truly SDXC, and these pins make this cards faster. So let's put this in the back, and we'll check this tomorrow. They're brand new. Tomorrow we'll format them and test them. At 24 frames per second All-Intra. Can you close it? Get a close look. So right now I'm testing with the ProRes. So I'm just going to go over, like check this little squirrel here eating. The squirrel is hungry. Hola squirrel, hello squirrel, say hello. So I'm just going to go over there, just to shoot a little bit. So this is All-Intra, and the card is holding fine. The card is good. Oh, the squirrel just left. So it's fine. We have already like almost 2 minutes recording. So he's going to over here. Yes, the squirrel is on the tree, somewhere around there. But it's just the basic test, checking that this card is shooting right now is 24 frames per second. All-Intra. Up here, you can see here in the. So I'm going to stop recording. And I'm just going to go to menu, and the movie mode is 4K, 24 frames per second, 400 megabits per second, and it's All-Intra, as you can see on the menu. So I'm going to start recording again. So I'm starting recording. I'm going to start recording. Okay. And I'm going to change the cards. I'm going to change the cards for the ones I want to test. The Lexar 1667. So I'm going to turn off the camera. I'm going to remove both cards. One. And 2, the Lexars, 1, card 2, okay. Now I'm going to turn on the camera. Let's format the cards. Okay, over here, come here. So go to the menu. Settings. Format, slot 1. So it's important to format the cards in camera because they will form with the camera setup. Now format slot 2. Okay, so I have both cameras rolling, formatted, and now what I'm going to do is check is still 400 megabits per second and still All-Intra. So we're good. Now we're going to be testing these cards with 400 megabits per second All-Intra and see if the cards can hold the recording. Ready? Okay. So and start recording. So I'm right now we're just going to bring the ISO a little bit down. And then okay, so it's recording. Still 17 seconds. And he's going to do a lot of movement here. Lot of movement. So you can see here in the recording in the Ninja Flame, we have already 4 minutes. Okay, and we're shooting at 4K 24 frames per second, All-Intra, and this new card. So I think the cards hold fine for recording. More tests has to be done. I'm not planning to use these cards all the time for shooting All-Intra. That's why I have the other one, the Pro grade, which are rated at 300, the RB90. But this one seems to be okay. Already 4 minutes, so I think this is a good test. So I'm just going to stop these ones, and we'll see the difference. But all good. Thanks.